In the jungles of Mele Island and the untamed cliffs of Pony, where the land remains wild and untouched, Pokémon thrive in close harmony with their environment. Survival here is shaped by climate, terrain, and spirit. Today, we explore the complete Alola Pokédex, one by one. Rowlet, measuring around 0.3 meters tall, glides silently through forest canopies, hunting with calm precision. Dartrix, at roughly 0.7 meters in height, moves cautiously through dense woodland, refining balance and awareness. Decidui, reaching about 1.6 meters tall, stalks its territory unseen, firing feathered arrows with lethal accuracy. Litten, about 0.4 meters tall, prowls volcanic slopes, storing internal heat for explosive bursts of power. Torracat, growing to roughly 0.7 meters, trains relentlessly, building speed and strength through constant motion. Incineroar, towering near 1.8 meters, dominates its environment through raw power and intimidation. Poplio, measuring around 0.4 meters, swims playfully through tropical waters, shaping bubbles for movement and defense. Brionne, about 0.6 meters tall, practices precise aquatic maneuvers guided by rhythm and balance. Primarina, reaching approximately 1.8 meters, commands the ocean with powerful voice-based attacks. Pikipek, standing close to 0.3 meters tall, pecks relentlessly at trees, storing impact energy in its beak. Trumbeak, at roughly 0.6 meters in height, patrols forest edges, launching heated seeds with accuracy. Toucanon, growing to about 1.1 meters tall, rules the skies with explosive blasts from its massive beak. Yungoos, around 0.4 meters tall, hunts aggressively during daylight, relying on persistence over speed. Gumshoes, measuring about 0.7 meters, guards territory obsessively, overpowering threats with powerful jaws. Grubbin, at roughly 0.4 meters in length, burrows through soil and roots, chewing obstacles with stored electricity. Chargebug, about 0.5 meters tall, stores enormous electrical energy within its compact body. Vikavolt, reaching around 1.5 meters, unleashes devastating electric beams from above. Crabrawler, measuring roughly 0.6 meters, roams beaches and jungles, surviving through relentless punches. Crabominable, standing near 1.7 meters tall, endures frozen peaks, crushing opponents with icy claws. Oricorio, about 0.6 meters tall, channels elemental energy through ritualistic island dances. Cutiefly, measuring just 0.1 meters, flits between flowers, gathering pollen to fuel its rapid metabolism. Ribombi, at roughly 0.2 meters in height, spreads pollen across vast distances with incredible speed. Rockruff, around 0.5 meters tall, explores rocky terrain driven by loyalty and curiosity. Lycanroc, reaching about 0.8 meters, adapts its hunting style to time, terrain, and instinct. Wishy-Washy, measuring only 0.2 meters individually, survives by merging into massive coordinated schools. Marini, about 0.4 meters tall, drifts through coral reefs, injecting toxins to deter predators. Toxapex, growing to roughly 0.7 meters, fortifies itself against all threats, ruling poisoned waters. Mudbray, standing near 1.0 meters tall, hauls heavy loads across muddy plains through pure endurance. Mudsdale, towering at around 2.5 meters, pulls enormous weight effortlessly, hardened by constant labor. Dewpider, measuring about 0.3 meters, skates across water surfaces, trapping air bubbles for survival. Araquanid, reaching roughly 1.8 meters, hunts underwater by crushing prey with water pressure. For mantis, around 0.3 meters tall, hides among foliage, absorbing sunlight to grow stronger. Lurantis, standing near 0.9 meters, blends elegance and brutality, slicing foes with razor-sharp petals. Morlull, measuring about 0.2 meters, glows softly in dark forests, spreading energy-draining spores. Shinotic, reaching roughly 1.0 meters tall, manipulates bioluminescent light to lure prey. Salandit, about 0.6 meters tall, stalks volcanic caves, producing toxic gases for defense. Salazzle, growing to around 1.2 meters, controls its domain through pheromones and poison. Stuffle, measuring roughly 0.5 meters, appears harmless while hiding surprising physical strength. Beware, towering at about 2.1 meters, patrols forests with crushing power capable of breaking bone. Bounsweet, around 0.3 meters tall, rolls through grassy fields, storing nutrients for evolution. Steenie, measuring about 0.7 meters, sharpens balance and agility while defending itself fiercely. Tsarina, standing near 1.2 meters tall, dominates plant-rich regions with devastating leg strength. Comfy, measuring only 0.1 meters, drifts between plants, arranging flowers to amplify healing energy. Oranguru, about 1.5 meters tall, survives deep jungles using intelligence rather than force. Persimmon, reaching roughly 2.0 meters, thrives on teamwork through strict group coordination. Wimpod, measuring around 0.5 meters, flees danger instinctively while scavenging along rocky shores. Golisopod, towering near 2.0 meters, emerges as a hardened predator with heavy armor. Sandygast, about 0.5 meters tall, forms from cursed beach sand, draining life from the careless. Palosand, standing roughly 1.3 meters tall, traps prey beneath collapsing dunes. Pukumuku, measuring around 0.3 meters, remains motionless on reefs, expelling organs as defense. Type Null, reaching about 1.9 meters tall, was engineered for combat and restrained by a control mask. Silvally, standing near 2.3 meters, adapts instantly to any environment by reshaping its biology. Minior, measuring about 0.3 meters, survives atmospheric entry encased within a rocky shell. Komala, around 0.4 meters tall, sleeps continuously while relying on stored energy to survive. Turtonator, standing roughly 2.0 meters tall, defends itself with explosive shell-based traps. Togedemaru, measuring about 0.3 meters, curls into a living lightning rod to discharge electricity. Mimikyu, standing near 0.2 meters tall, disguises itself in search of companionship. Bruxish, around 0.9 meters tall, stuns prey using psychic waves amplified by sharp teeth. Drampa, towering at roughly 3.0 meters, fiercely protects mountain villages despite its gentle nature. Delmise, reaching an imposing 3.9 meters, drifts through shipwrecks using haunted anchors to hunt. Jangmo-o, measuring about 0.6 meters, strengthens itself through relentless physical training. Hakamo-o, standing near 1.2 meters, hardens its scales through constant battle. Komo-o, reaching around 1.6 meters tall, challenges entire ecosystems with thunderous, scale-based attacks. Tapu Koko, standing about 1.8 meters tall, guards island territories with swift electric force. Tapu Lele, measuring roughly 1.2 meters, manipulates psychic energy with unsettling calm. Tapu Bulu, reaching near 1.9 meters, reshapes forests through overwhelming physical strength. Tapu Fini, standing about 1.3 meters tall, controls ocean mists to protect sacred lands. Cosmog, measuring around 0.2 meters, drifts harmlessly through space-time, absorbing cosmic energy. Cosmoem, at roughly 0.1 meters tall, remains immobile while storing immense gravitational power. Solgaleo, towering at about 3.4 meters, embodies the sun as a living force of energy. Lunala, reaching roughly 4.0 meters, rules the night sky, manipulating lunar energy. Nihilego, measuring around 1.2 meters, drifts like a parasite, absorbing energy from hosts. Buzzwole, standing near 2.4 meters tall, exhibits extreme muscle density beyond natural limits. Pheromosa, reaching about 1.8 meters, moves with blinding speed and razor-sharp precision. Xerkitry, towering around 3.8 meters, generates massive electrical output through unstable conduits. Celesteela, reaching an immense 9.2 meters, launches itself into space using internal propulsion. Kartana, measuring just 0.3 meters, slices through steel with blade-like precision. Guzzlord, standing near 5.5 meters, consumes entire landscapes with endless hunger. Necrozma, measuring about 2.4 meters, absorbs light itself to sustain its fractured form. Magirna, standing roughly 1.0 meters tall, was engineered as a mechanical life form powered by a soul heart. Marshadow, measuring about 0.7 meters, hides within shadows, striking unseen.